That's good. Y'all already know the rules. Y'all know everything goes. Most everybody's been to the panels before, right? Who does not know the rules? One person. Okay. Real simple. We'll make it easy for you. Test myself will be walking around. If you've got a question, just put your hand up. We'll come to you. Give you the mic. Please stand up and ask your question. You can ask 1 to 2 questions at a time. If you have more than 2 questions, let us go around a little bit, and then we'll come back to you if you got more questions. That cool? Good? All right. See, welcome to the family. All right, y'all, we're going to get you up in just a minute, so we are ready. Everybody been having a good time so far? Yeah. Okay, y'all enjoyed a great day 3? Yep. Okay, cool. Did y'all enjoy karaoke last night? Yeah. Who came to the band, the show last night? Who came to the concert? Did you have a great time at the concert? Yes. Cool. Who watched the burlesque show? We won't discuss the burlesque show. We won't leave it alone. There's no video footage. We have nothing right there. I don't know who that guy was. Huh? It was too late. That's why it's too late. I was in bed asleep at that time. You know. Karaoke was too long.
I don't know who either of those guys were.
I was in my room reading the Bible and watching crime docu-series. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I have fun all the time. I have fun all the time. I have a great time. We had a great karaoke time. So we had a great deal of karaoke. I didn't sing. I was the host. I was co-hosting. But I did crack some jokes because Kyle, I set Kyle on fire last night pretty much. So I did have some great jokes. And I was going to go ahead and own up to it. I did come over for the burlesque show, and they got me and this gentleman up, and we had to put tassels on last night. That's all I'm leaving it at that.
It was a great time.
Great time.
Let's say do it again.
No, I ain't saying do it again. I'm trying to find that video now. They're already trying to make me pay them for the video so I can get that copy.
If you get that video, I want it too.
I know, I ain't sending it out. He come like he want to copy.
Thank you.
See how friends do you. That's why I see how friends are family. That's how family does you. That's family for you on that part there. So we'll be getting there in just a few minutes, y'all. And if you are having a great time, please go on Smoky Mountain Fan Fest page and leave a comment, make a post, share your pictures, share your videos, except for that video. And mention that you love it. If you love me being your host as your Q&A panel, love me being here, please go on there and say, hey, we love Lily Williams, or we really like Lily Williams, however you want to say it. If you hate me, say it too, because then I'll just comment back. You know, so I mean, it'll be cool, don't worry. I'm just like, I'm sorry I couldn't approve, I can't make everybody happy, but you know, we still had a good time. And then I'll say, what did I do to make you mad? We'll try to figure that out too. All right, so everybody good? Okay, cool. And if you have any issues or anything too, please let us know about that, because we want to strive to make this better and keep building it, making it better each time. With saying that, I will tell y'all people who help make this a great success every year when they do, the team of 8 Lug Circus. Help give them a round of applause.
They came and clapped for me. They really did.
Do y'all know who 8 Lug Circus is? Do you know what they do? I'm going to tell you some of the stuff they do. You know, getting all the talent from back and forth from the airport, the transportation services part, helping get the talent from their areas from room to over here to tables to get food, come back over here to the Q&A panels and all of that. This sound system setup, the video setup and all that, the screens and all that stuff, that is all 8 Lug Circus. That's what they do with all of that. So they're liaisons, concierge, transportation, video, sound stage, entertainment. They're do a lot of it on that part. So y'all give them another round of applause.
Panel number 4 is ready. Panel number 4 is ready.
You like that test?
Please take your seats. Thank you.
It's gonna take my job. It is cold.
All right.
Make some noise for Tess.
Thank you, Lee, for doing a shout out for 8 Lug Circus. We are Celebrity Liaisons. We're big events, it doesn't matter. If you need help, we're here to help you. All right, no further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our Kingdom Hearts panel. We've got David Gallagher, Alyson Stoner, and Quinton Flynn. Give it up!
So much dreamed out drop distance between us.
Hey, you guys.
I'm gonna rearrange the furniture.
Is it for feng shui reasons?
Yes.
Ah,
Get some flow going.
nice. All about the feng shui. I'm all about the feng shui. Let's do it. All right. How about some flow out here? We got some questions? All right, we got one right over here. Gonna start you right off. I got my running shoes on.
Who is your favorite Kingdom Hearts character besides the characters you play?
Say again?
Who's your favorite Kingdom Hearts character besides the characters you play?
Oh.
Answer wise.
Well, Shion is my earliest answer. And of course,
I've been playing the games, and I've said this already, but my favorite character, especially getting through Recon in 2, is actually Axel, besides Riku, and that's very, and of course the voice acting is stellar. But Axel is also very uniquely animated and is incredibly expressive with his eyes, and so like the way that they animate Axel's facial expressions I noticed immediately and was taken with.
Well, this will just be us passing the compliments around. I was rewatching some of the cutscenes this morning, and I had never put together how many different versions of Riku there are. And I am very impressed just by taking on that many different, like, subtle changes in disposition. And there was also just one moment, I can't remember, I think Kyrie says something like, like, follow the darkness, it'll lead you to your friends, or something like that. And then it pans to Riku, and you're just like, darkness! So that was very memorable. So I'm gonna go with Riku, but don't worry, next time it's all you.
yeah, it's always about me. I'm kidding.
Our next question is down here in the center.
So, if you could choose any character from any piece of media that's not already established in the Kingdom Hearts universe, who would you pick to hang out with your character?
You're not making it easy.
That's essential.
So, anything could be movies, TV, any medium? Or are you talking video games?
Any piece of medium, whatever's your favorite.
Well, for me, it's Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
And Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like that fits quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy. No.
If I could venture into a new world in the Kingdom Hearts universe, I would want it to be probably Ghibli. And so I would, my favorite Ghibli is Princess Mononoke. But I also think probably Kiki would fit really well.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Riku overworking to deliver stuff.
I think I'm gonna merge a few worlds that I've gotten to be a part of. I think for whatever reason, been fortunate to be cast to play characters who wear pink dresses. So it might be fun to see Isabella from Phineas and Ferb and Kyrie have a conversation. Just to get all the pink dresses in the same room.
You should add one of the pink Power Rangers as well. Just for color.
Alyson.
Okay, I have two questions. One for David and one for Alyson. David, you started out as like, kind of like the Star character in Watch 1, and then like became...
What are you trying to say?
That's what I've heard from like top people. And then you become like this like super lovable, relatable person in the games. What was that experience like growing up? And then Alyson, what was it like when you played some game?
When I was brought in for Kingdom Hearts, and I think this is probably, I think, relatable to us here, I imagine, but I didn't really know much about what we were doing, and so, or much about the game in general. And so when we were brought in for the first game, and we started to go through the work, and I realized that I was kind of the best friend betrayer trope, right? I was ecstatic. I was absolutely, completely excited. And for context, for those of you guys who are not familiar with other work that I've done, at the time I was on a TV show called Seventh Heaven, and I was the kind of young son on this like wholesome family show, and that's typically what I was known for and what I was typically cast for when I was that age. But I was 16. So I was dying to do like any sort of villainous thing I could possibly do. And Riku was really my first opportunity that I ever had to play a character that made mistakes, that made bad calls, that betrayed his friends, that had regrets, and it didn't know how to make it right. And so like, especially in the first game, I adored Riku immediately because he was the flawed character next to Sora, who is this like happy-go-lucky and quintessential like we can do it hero. And so I've always said that if I could pick any character, I would always go back to Riku. And I feel lucky that I was given the opportunity to play a character with such a journey and such depth. And over the course of many games, of course, Riku has come full circle back to Sora and the crew, and is now reliable and dependable, and and has his redemption arc. And there's just not enough time in a movie typically to do all of that. And so I've had this unique opportunity to explore all of, especially with the different versions of the character that are in the games. I've had all of this opportunity to explore the different sides of it, and so I love him for that. It's very proud of it.
And to answer your question about voicing a character that was previously voiced by an actress named Hayden Panettiere. So when I was brought in, I wasn't familiar with the video game, and I didn't know that the character was already established by someone else. And they didn't play any voice matching, which is sometimes something you'll hear if you're coming in to replace a vocal artist. Sometimes they want the exact same timbre and their timbre, and they want the same pace and cadence and accent and delivery. And instead, the team, I think, was ready to sort of evolve Kyrie's nature a bit and bring a little bit more gravity to who she is. And I remember Renee, the vocal director, talking about wanting to retain the warmth that Kyrie has, but to give it a little bit more bass, and not vocal bass, but just an emotional depth. And I guess for whatever reason, growing up, I kind of was that kid who was in the corner, like trying to solve the problems of the world on my own anyway. So it matched well to be thinking about these things deeply and taking our time with every single word. And I feel like, I don't know what the records were like for y'all, but when you're pacing to picture, sometimes you'd have like 7 seconds to say 2 words, and you'd have to like kind of elongate and make it a meal, and I really enjoyed that. And then of course evolving and working as Shion and doing doing some other voices here and there. It was like, I just had no idea that this universe existed. And now I feel like I'm one of the most fortunate people to have been a part of this series that is so beloved. It's so beloved that I'm like, I want to make sure I don't get anything wrong because people will fact check you. And I like that. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's defend it, protect it. So yeah, I'm super grateful, and I kind of like that Kyrie got a chance to transform. So to play the next iteration of her was a gift. Yeah. Next question.
Yeah, I have a question. Have you guys done any voice work yet for the production of King Hearts 4?
What for what?
Kingdom Hearts 4.
What's that? You guys heard of this game?
No, not familiar.
I don't speak the language. I didn't understand the question.
All right, guys. Your characters have gone through one hell of an arc. Oh my God. And there's so many possibilities. I'm not going to go into but just in your own creative space, since they've gone through so much, and there's so much possibilities out in the world. What is something that you want, like, that you hope your character can go through, like, art-wise, just in your own creative mind, not necessarily following a script or anything, just like, oh, I want Riku to go experience Taco Bell or Waffle House, or I want Axel to fucking go to a trampoline park and have fun, like, stuff like that. What is something you really, like, you want these characters, right? Like, what do you want to see for them? Like, what do you want for them?
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when you're visiting different worlds, it does feel a bit random, like going to Taco Bell. I'm like, how does this play into the okay, no, we're just here. We're just hanging in this world now.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know where you go?
Tell the Taco Bell stories.
Taco Bell story.
Okay, so very quickly, all right, my history with Taco Bell. I stream on Twitch, and my stream last year at some point.
Yes.
We were in the middle of playing the games, and the official Taco Bell account dropped into my stream and left a big donation and out of nowhere. So for many months, we were saying that my stream was brought to you by Taco Bell. Yeah, this was just some random thing that had happened to us on the internet. But my first thought, based on what your question was to see, because Riku has had this kind of traumatic, long-winded journey to peace, would be to like see him with some pets. But I have not played Dream Drop Distance yet, and I think maybe we can do it. So.
Lots of thoughts. First of all, this is kind of a surprise, and it'll be a surprise today. I anonymously donated money to his streaming under the name of Taco Bell. So the word is out. Call me Taco. Let's see. No, that's a tough question to answer, just because Axel/Lee has been, through so much, and there's times when the big guys are angry with him when he's trying to help, and then the organization 13 says, "What are you doing?" So then they're mad, right? So he's caught in between, but he is playing both ends, and so to be able to do all of that has been wonderful. So if I could, think of anything that what could he do? I mean, he went from having chakras to a keyblade, and he's been a badass, but he's also very loving. He saved people's lives. He's killed people.
He could open a sea salt ice cream shop.
Oh, there you go.
back when you
That's
used
my
to.
answer.
That's it, yeah. Behind the counter, like Taco Bell.
Yeah.
No, that would be good. Actually, the first thought I had was I'd like him to fly.
He did it, manga. In the manga, he went to the European world, or Neverland, he went with Roxas, and they threw pixie dust on him, and he's like, oh god, oh jeez.
See? There you go.
Don't need to y'all.
Dream come
I think your
true.
dream came true.
It did. Yeah, I think it's manifested. Maybe backwards in a way, because it already existed, but I didn't.
You guys should read the manga and like narrate. Manga's amazing.
Oh,
I have not.
fine.
People in my community and people have brought the mangas to my table at conventions.
Yeah.
And there's been community members who've discussed the manga in my community, and so like I haven't because we have my partner and I watch a lot of anime. We have manga in our house that she reads mostly, but we have like little manga collections. So I haven't gotten around to it, but I do plan on trying to collect the Kingdom Hearts manga.
Good.
So I know that some of them are hard to find.
They have so much more personality in the manga that aren't shown in the games. It's actually wonderful.
Well, it would be fun for us to do something.
Maybe we could just do a reading.
Yes. That would be fun. We should, yeah.
Okay.
And go on tour.
Okay. Yeah. So I was sitting near you.
Manga audiobook.
I guess a brief response. I know, so if I focus on Shion, there's just such a running theme throughout the entire series around identity. And Shion, just thinking about sort of the not self-sacrificial, but sense of sacrifice. Since anything is possible if we're just playing with ideas, I would wonder what it would be like for her to, I'm just revisiting, like, say, I'm not a sham, and battling with this idea of where did I come from, and okay, now that I am more aware, what do I do with this information, and now that I know that my life is intertwined with all of these other people, like, will I be absorbed, and it's just so complicated, but it's never just as simple as I get to stand in my own sense of wholeness of being. And so I wonder just what that might be like as an identity journey for not only Shion, but different characters to feel, more of their sense of wholeness. But then again, that takes away some of the beautiful complexity of how everything is intertwined. So I guess I'll just go back to the sea salt ice cream store and join you all in that.
No, of course we'll do that together. But I want to Axel has actually a second career. I had forgotten about this. He's a speech pathologist, and he works with Donald Duck. Yes, yeah, and to kind of help him find some clarity in his speech.
Good luck.
And also with Mickey Mouse to kind of drop his register a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Use your whole voice, Vicky.
Yeah. Can you use it? Oh, I don't know. Let's bring it down.
It's your chest. Vicky, speaking slower doesn't mean it's going into a deeper register.
I'm sorry. Where's Donald?
Next question right here in the middle. Hi. So obviously the Kingdom Hearts.
That for you. Keep it up.
I'm trying to be how wise where.
No, don't apologize.
Hold it down. Hold it down.
I can't believe you did that.
So obviously the Kingdom Hearts series has a lot of very emotional and sad moments, and I was curious if at any point while recording these scenes they made you start crying or otherwise really emotional, and if so, which scene made you the most emotional while you were recording?
Well, I experienced the death scene. Right? Make you cry? Anyone?
Me, I did.
I will say there was a scene with Lee and Kyrie where he flashed back and saw you remember this? And then he started to tear up something. Excellent. Lee, there was a moment and she was very comforted what's wrong? And of course he said, there's something in my eye. You know, as anyone would, not to be that vulnerable, it was so hard for him. And that when I was doing that, I was thinking, I gotta keep this inside. That was very difficult to express and not express at the same time. Recognizing the intimacy of the nature.
Yeah, I think that's often, including with on-camera performances, it's in the resistance that naturally happens in real life when you don't necessarily want to spill or share all your cards, that it sometimes actually ends up having an even deeper impact on audiences. They can feel that tension and the fight against your own vulnerability spilling over. And yeah, I think there's such a general heaviness and kind of grief for Shion, and well, yeah, there's a lot of solemnity, I think, in this entire series. But working with Renee, the vocal director, when she would describe the stakes of the situation, I wasn't allowed to see how this was going to fit into the greater storyline. We only saw little snippets. She really built the world, which allowed me to just respond to what she was describing. And there were many moments that I pretty much spent, especially for Shion, having just kind of like a catch in my throat. And I credit that to the creative team, really, because without it, had I only seen picture, you know, I don't know if y'all would hear the original Japanese version and then match the timing sometimes, but I didn't always know from like an emotional connotation standpoint how to adapt that to, you know, U.S. culture. And so they really went to the nth degree, at least in my sessions, to help me understand what the gravity was, or the degree of seriousness in these moments. So absolutely, I spent most of the time in a deeply emotional state. And if we had the chance to be able to do more as the voices and different characters, I would so look forward to having now begun playing the games and feeling like I understand the world. I mean, I understand how much I don't understand about the world. I think I would be able to offer more to the performance. So, you know, fingers crossed, but who knows? Get me out of here, Dave. Get me out of here.
I'm going to tap in. So, Riku's journey is long across the series, and there's a lot of emotional highs and lows for the character, and I haven't gotten around to playing all of the games, and I've been doing that with the community on my stream, and I've played through Kingdom Hearts 1, Rechain of Memories, and I just finished 2. And when we got to Chain, because people would ask me when I first started, like, oh, like, what was your favorite stuff? And I'm like, oh, I think it was the work I did in 2, where it was like, you know, Riku v. Riku stuff, and then it was like, okay, yeah, that's not that game. And then when I played Chain, and we got into the kind of the replica Riku storyline, which we call Replica, right? That sequence of, first of all, that entire concept of two sides of Riku at odds with each other arguing in a scene of just the two of them was kind of sprung on me. I would go into my session and they're like, okay, so in this scene it's you are talking to another version of Riku. And I was like, okay, and they would explain it to me in real time, and I would have to take that challenge and kind of build the performance out. And I just never had anything like that to chew on before in my career, and I am certain that I might never again have an opportunity like that. And I remember distinctly working through that challenge of having two versions of a character hashing something out between them with anger and regret and having one of them die. And one of my favorite lines in the entire series is during Replica's crash out, when he says, "I'll never be more than a shadow." And in that, when I got to that part in the game, I spent some time with my community talking about what I remembered about the performance and the decisions that I made. And just, I distinctly remember driving home from that recording session with my stomach in knots. And I have a pretty long drive from the studio, and I was just sitting in traffic on the way home, and just going like, what have I done? Like, was I able to do the amazingly cool and difficult thing that they asked of me? Because I had no idea what I was walking into that day, right? And so they gave me this once in a lifetime, once in a career challenge of splitting my hair, this kind of Gollum Smeagol type challenge, right? this is an incredible opportunity. And I remember just being distraught, thinking that I somehow messed it up. And I was like, you know what, like tomorrow I got more work to do, and we're moving on, right? I did what I could do, I did my best. And when I got to this scene in my stream, I almost cried playing it because I was so proud of what I had seen that I had managed to do with it, and that I found it effective, and I found Repliku relatable and tragic, and so it's become. I have learned to appreciate how this has become one of like my little shining moments in my career. That I was able to take something and like rise to it and give it some emotional depth. And like anyone who acts, who cares about acting more than the rest of the stuff that comes with it, you kind of like you dream about stuff like that. You know, like that is the dream. And so like it's one of the reasons why Riku's special to me, because I've had so many golden opportunities with the character, and at least as far as I've played through the games and have been able to appreciate it, I was just very proud of it. So that for me is an easy one.
And that is the gift of undigested Taco Bell.
Got a question over here for you.
Okay, so what would you guys say is your favorite world from Kingdom Hearts, like your favorite Disney movie? And kind of related to that, what would you like to see or revisit next?
I'll take this one first. Again, anyone who has watched my stream and played the games with me knows that I love the 100 Acre Wood. 100 Acre Wood is Winnie the Pooh is my therapist, and I would have it no other way. I love that the 100 Acre Wood in the game is a non-combat zone.
Yeah.
So you can take some of the incredibly difficult combat that's in the game, and you can say, to hell with this,
Yeah.
I'm going to see Pooh. And I leave, and I would often just go back to the 100 Acre Woods for like a little palate cleanse, hang out with Pooh. And so I love that. I think some of the experimental worlds in the game, like Timeless River, so where the art styles change, are amazing creative ideas. And I believe my answer to we did a panel in Vegas. Quinton was there, and there was a lot of great answers to this very question. But for me, probably my favorite old Disney movie that I loved as a kid that I think would be a fun world for the series was Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
Sword in the Stone with Merlin had all of those great form changes through the film, the fish and the squirrel and all that kind of stuff. So that would be the bird. Those would be really fun kind of tropes to play on the.
Well, I'm going to take us all the way back to the first one, because that's where I am, and I'm stuck in Tarzan land.
Those damn vines.
So, a few of you have shared some tips with me, and I will be applying them immediately when I get home tonight. And speaking of, I might actually be on my way to the airport, I'm realizing.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Let me do, I think I can only add 2 minutes ago. That's true. So glad we asked that question and it sparked this. But yeah, I'm going to say there's a world where maybe somehow Star Wars could have a moment. Yeah, don't know how that would work yet, but crossover with Phineas.
Could happen.
So I was like, okay, I don't know who owns what at what point right now, but yeah. What are you thinking?
Oh, God. I Jungle Book for me. You know, Baloo the bear, Bagheera, Mowgli, but of course, Cobb the snake, right? I would like to grip him by the neck. Not me, of course, Axel.
We'd have the King Louie boss fight.
Yes.
Yeah, at
Yeah,
the
that'd be
temple.
fun. You know, Louis Prima singing and stuff. And there's so much fun and danger. And, you know, just like there is in Kingdom Hearts. So much fun and range. You get to play, you know, to see.
Did you want to say something? I think I might have to say a short farewell. I apologize.
We are finding out about your flight right now. People on the line.
This is official.
Oh yeah.
You're in the whole pattern.
Is it delayed?
No, we're finding out.
About
but
transportation.
That's what we do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then I'll stay here for as long as I can.
Yeah.
We're finding out that information. We'll get right back to you with it.
Thank you. I'll tell stories.
This would be
Allison's on hold.
right now. She could fly.
Right.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the teleportation unit?
Still in the zone.
This flight news break was brought to you by 8 Service.
We have a question right here.
So it was a similar question asked. I hope mine is dissimilar enough to get this out of the same. Are there any lines or scenes in the games that you've done that impacted you personally? You know, like something you said a line or did a scene and you're like, wow, you know, I really needed this today. Like, I wish someone had said that to me.
Riku is a sexy guy. He's just a sexy guy. Young girls are gonna love him.
Something you need to hear, or that actually says.
He actually said it.
Everyone goes through the bad boy phase. You know what I'm talking about.
Not sure.
I really needed to hear that. In my 40s, my community brought that to my attention. That 20-year-old me said that in an interview, and you guys never let it go. Thanks God.
Exclamation mark, sexy guy.
We were messing around at I think it was the Kingdom Hearts 2 launch.
Yes.
And we were trying to have a serious interview, and I was in the mood that day.
Yeah, you were.
So that was what I said in the interview. I just I went, and I was clearly just being a jackass.
What they asked you?
I don't remember.
Oh, that was your answer?
But that was the clip. And that clip still goes
I
around.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm stupid.
That was legendary.
But you're redeemable, like Riku. Ah. And on that note, I must say goodbye.
With the rest of the Q&A with David and Quinton.
Don't mess it up.
No, my promise.
I hope you catch your safe travels.
Slide over here next to David. 2 mics, I want to be 2 people. You know what?
Let's do this.
You're a very sensitive guy. Very handsome, debonair gentleman.
Alright, got a question right here for y'all.
What's your favorite character from Sora, Donald, and Goofy?
Well, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Huh?
About those 3?
Which one is your favorite? Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Guard? I don't know. Well,
Riku's favorite character is Sora. My favorite character is probably the Goof Man. The Goof Man has pulled me out of a lot of spots. The Duck needs to heal a little better.
angry little duck.
He's an angry duck. He comes in clutch occasionally though.
Yes.
So I gotta give him his credit.
Yeah, I mean, I did Sora. Of course, I saved Sora's life. Sora owes me. I love Roxas, of course. But he's still
Got a question over here again?
So, we kind of touched a little bit on this with Seven. What are some of the differences between live action and voice acting and in like an animated short or a film versus a game, and which one do you prefer, voice acting or live action?
They're two different mediums, but acting is acting is acting. And it's just getting used to what it is, whether it's stage, television, film, or voice acting. You know, if we've got a camera on, especially for film, and that's going to go up on a big screen, a lot happens with very little. And in voice acting, that's a big challenge. Just for me, I think certainly there's going to be all kinds of action, to be drama on camera. Sometimes you're going to pull up emotions that are difficult. But in voice acting, because you can't see us, I don't know, for me it's a bit more of a challenge. I love everything. I mean, even what we're doing here right now, this is a form of acting and improvisation. So it's real.
Yeah.
And it's happening.
And I think that's exactly right. The goal of the acting endeavor is always the same, right? So whether it's voice acting, if you're doing film or television, or even print work with photography, like your goal is to convey the right character and emotion, and if you're lucky, maybe lose yourself a little bit in that, so that each thing you do, each different character you do, is not just a different version of you, but different people all together. Like that's the kind of aspirational goal of acting. I think that, like, talking kind of brass tacks, like best practices, there's different ways to approach the different mediums. So again, like Quinton was saying, which is exactly right, like on film, you're being filmed, and the film is looking into your eyes and into your soul. And so you don't want to do too much. It's very easy to do too much when the camera is looking right through you. And so a lot of what you do in front of the camera, you do inside, keep it inside. Because just like when you're talking to someone who you love, and they're lying to you, and you know it, it's not because they're going, oh, and they're emoting about all the lying they're doing. It's because you know them and you can see it in their eyes. And so like that, you're trying to find that on camera, and the way to do that is to keep it inside. When you're doing voice work, we're not being seen. And so your voice has to carry those things through to the character that's being animated. And so your voice is doing all this heavy lifting. And so there's a different way to think about that. But both of these challenges are incredibly satisfying to a performer. And I love them both dearly. So, and my goal was never to do one or the other, but to get as many of these opportunities as I could to express myself in this way, because I love it.
Absolutely.
Okay, and over here.
This is a question for Quinton. Considering Axel was first voiced in Kingdom Hearts 2, and then later we got Reaching Memories, how do you handle the personality differences, I suppose, because it seems more sociopathic? Reaching Memories?
Yeah.
How do you handle that in terms of like acting and stuff like that?
Well, it's kind of typecasting thing, because I have a lot of personalities. I have a lot of people in my head, a lot of colors, a lot of depth and range. What are you saying?
Saying that Axel was super friendly too.
I'm just saying Axel was super friendly in 2 and playing through Chain of Memories when it originally came out and then the re-release.
Yes.
He's more just
Rar.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
well, he's just sociopathic considering how he like deals with Vexen and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just beings doing.
Vexen had it coming, okay? Vexen was
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Right?
I'm just saying there's obviously distinct
Vexen is the worst
difference in
guest in the party.
personality.
Come on.
Yes.
I'm just saying there's the distinct difference in personality between two and chain of memory.
Correct.
'Cause-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Being, you know.
Because that was, Chain of Memories was when it was, on the Game Boy, was when it first showed up.
Yeah. Well, there's always, I mean, in mine, obviously, the character's taste, you pick up right on it. There's development, there's change. One has to be flexible. I just naturally am a chameleon. And so that goes part and parcel with what they needed, or what they wanted, or really what I gave them. You know, because what I'm reading, what I see, what I present comes through, and you're picking up on it. And similarly, I'm going back to what David was talking about with on camera. You guys get to experience the character and are acting in a way that is unique to you. So there may be some projection on your part.
I think it's interesting that you described Axel as friendly in Kingdom Hearts 2, because while Axel is less of a villainous character in 2, it's more just so that he aligns more with his goals to different characters.
Yeah.
And so he's more aligned with the characters we like in 2, but it's not necessarily selfless.
No, I know that. I'm just saying. Also, just small thing. I want to see Rude and Reno in the series at some point.
Yes.
Yo, Reno and Axel? Me talking to myself?
Yes.
Well, you can do that. Do it now? What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What are you doing here? Just back on, man. This is my scene. Your scene. Rude.
Well, y'all, unfortunately, that is our time. So it's a great way to end it on that. Y'all give them a round of applause.
Coming to our late show panel.
Yes.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Quinton. You want to do a group photo? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
And then we'll do the photo and then come see us at our table.
Yes,
Yeah,
please
come
do.
sit at the tables, get a picture, get an autograph, talk to them.
Get that one-on-one time.
Yeah, you got it? Yeah, I'll tell everybody else. What part of the lobby?
Starbucks area?
Starbucks? Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
Thanks, Quinn, David, and Quinton. Spending time with you.